Hi, I'm Rob Boyd, an English photographer from the UK. I decided to create this podcast series talking to international photographers whose work I truly love. I realised I knew nothing about these amazing people apart from their names and their stunning work. So I created a set of hopefully entertaining questions that finds out who they are and what they love. Hi Aggie, thanks for joining me. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem at all. So if you could start with your name and your Instagram name as well, that'd be amazing.
So my name is Agnieszka Modlińska, but just call me Agi or Aga, but don't call me Agnes. And my Instagram is Agi Modlińska.
Excellent stuff. And have you got a website?
Not yet, but when I will have it, it will be agimodlińskaphotography.com. So that will be very easy. So watch that space.
Absolutely. Excellent stuff. So where do you live?
I live in London in Hammersmith. I've been in UK for 19 years. Wow.
Wow. Amazing, isn't it?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely. And where are you from originally?
From Poland, from Warsaw.
Excellent. And a big city as well. So, it's not the countryside or anything.
I wish one day I will return there with my camera, because that's definitely, I think, I owe to Warsaw. One day I will be back.
That's a good plan, I reckon. So if I visited you, where would you take me to shoot?
Well, in London, every corner gives you an opportunity, and it's like a paradise for photography. But definitely Soho, Brick Lane, Shoreditch, those would be the staple places to visit, that's for sure. I'm sure that at the end you would be showing me places, because I get lost always everywhere. So you would be my guide at the end.
No, I'm glad you said that, because I have to use Google Maps every time I come into London. I get lost in town so much, it's unbelievable.
Google Maps, they just don't like me. They always show me wrong directions. I'm telling you, I wasn't made. I think I would be more successful with the old style maps, the paper ones that with Google.
Sure.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
Fair enough. So, what's your favorite destination in the world?
Italy. Anytime. I've been fortunate to travel a bit. I've been living in States. I've been on a separate occasion to New York. I've been to Spain, Greece, Israel, Morocco, but Italy. Anytime. For the people, for the language. It's my happy place. It's definitely my happy place.
That's you. Everybody needs a happy place, definitely. Excellent. So, where would you most like to visit, though? Where would you like to go the most?
Well, I will never get fed up with Italy, but otherwise that would be Mexico for the Day of the Dead, from the photography perspective. Argentina for a few months to try to crack my pool tango skills, and definitely to visit my brother in Canada, whom I still have not visited for all those 30 years. So, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a long way to go, but Canada, everybody tells me Canada's amazing. It's the people are so friendly, and,
I will get there. I will definitely get there.
Excellent stuff. So, weird question. If you could time travel, where and when would you visit?
Well, it would be Milan or Florence, or really any time where Leonardo da Vinci was, because I would like to learn from him his drawing technique called hatching, and crack his anatomy sketches, because my other passion is drawing hands. I'm very bad in it, but I'm practicing.
So can't be easy. I can't draw a stick. I can't draw a stick man, let alone anything else. So excellent.
No, it's not.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. So if you could photograph anyone in history, who would you shoot?
Well, that would be for sure my father, who passed away 4 years ago, and I would photograph him in his happy place, which was in the lab in front of the microscope. And also I would like to take some portraits of a few of the photographers that are my photography heroes. I'm sure we'll get to that a bit later.
Yeah, sure. Excellent. No, that's really good answer, especially with your dad. I mean, it's one of those things that, if you can go back, you've got one way. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a fun fact or story about yourself.
So there are actually two things. One of them, that considering that I'm from Warsaw, my sense of direction is disastrous. I get lost even in London underground. And a second funny story is that when I got finally my camera, uh, it was a second hand camera. I thought that it was broken because I extended the lens, and then the lens didn't want to go back. And I rang my friend. I already rang the shop. I complained that it's my luck, that I've been waiting for it. I spent so much money and now it's not working and I want a refund. And of course I freaked out, and only to discover that actually when you move the lens back, you need to use a little bit force. So my lens wasn't broken. Neither was my camera. But at least I got my punishment, and I rang the shop and I apologized, and they just laughed at me. So yeah, that was an experience.
No, not at all. Because the thing is, if it's expensive, even to yourself as a second-hand thing, you don't want to break it. You don't want to overforce it. So you did the right, definitely. Okay, so weird question time. What's your favorite word?
What the fuck? And I usually use it in a positive way because I don't like to swear, and that phrase it's not a swear word for me. It just covers a lot of range of feelings and emotions, and that sums it up.
No, I totally get it.
Yeah. And freak out is another one.
Yeah, that's good, because the thing is, it's so expressive. It's, it covers everything. It's great. Yeah.
And then depending what tone you use and where you put the accent, it's
Sure. Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah, perfect. So, because it's an international podcast, teach me a new word or a saying I might not know.
Oh, well, Fortuna tibi favet, which is basically the fortune is in my favor. That's what I discovered through all the struggles in my life. At the end, I was born under lucky star, that's for sure. And the second one recently, actually this year, is that everything is possible, and it's perché no? Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen where you've traveled. I've seen where you've been. You're a busy lady. You go so many places. So you definitely take those opportunities and get out there.
Well, funny you say that, because for majority of my time spent in London, I was working my ass off, and I was working 7 days a week, crazy hours. And actually, only when I started photography in 2021, I realized that there is more to life than work. And if not for the photography, I wouldn't really travel so much in the last 2 years. So yeah, it changed my life, that's for sure.
Yeah. And I think we're all in the same boat. I think that's the thing. We all love it. We all do it. We all enjoy it. And again, you wouldn't meet people and travel, and it's a great community. We're very lucky. So, when did photography click for you? Excuse the pun, but what moment did you realize you could take a good photo?
Because I'm very emotional, and I'm definitely overthinker. I realized that I can actually capture certain moments and scenes on the streets that, like, they remained in my mind as photos. But for many years I didn't even think that I can immortalize them, until by pure chance in 2021 I was introduced to the world of street photography, and then I thought that maybe I can actually try. But still, it took me like 3 years until I got my camera and actually try. And then the rest is history.
Yeah, and you've been busy, like I say. You've run with it. It's great. Amazing. So I know it's really hard.
Well, don't stop me. Don't stop me now.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's tricky, but what's your favorite 3 photos you've taken, and why do you like them?
It's actually not tricky, because considering that I've been taking photos in only since January 2024, I don't really have so many great photos, but there are definitely 3 that are very special, and that's really easy. So the first one is a photo of a ghost. The subject is ghost, and it's a couple kissing outside the the window. I was sitting inside the coffee place and I could see them. And I could already see the photo in my head, but I knew because it was only 4 months after I pick up the camera. At the moment I will set up my camera, play with the settings, the moment will be gone. So I was there with my friend and I said, take the camera, take the shot, do it, just do it. And I was told, no, you do it. So I was already disappointed. I knew that the shot is gone, but nevertheless, I just clicked. I clicked and the photo is just incredible. There is so much in the story. There is a passing cyclist. There is a ghost written on the window of the Rolls-Royce shop. There is a pass buyer, and it's just magical. And it's compared to one of the famous photos, the Kiss by the French photographer, whose surname I cannot pronounce. So apologies profoundly. So that would be the first one. Then the second one is a photo I took on the trip to Rimini, and it's a photo of a cyclist passing in front of the castle. And again, it's a photo taken by pure chance because what I wanted to achieve was to take a reflection of the cyclist in the water puddle. I still didn't perfect my reflections, but the photo is incredible. It's very atmospheric, and for the people who know something about photography, they said that it's great. And actually, this is one of the two photos that was exhibited in Paris and also in London, because I was invited by the Royal Photographic Society to present two of my photos, which was incredible. And also, this is the first photo I actually managed to sell, which is like mind-blowing.
Yay!
And the third photo was taken in Amsterdam, and it's a photo of a gentleman sitting by the table on his own in front of the chessboard. And I caught him in a moment where he's smiling. And for me, it's such a personal photo, and it's so expressive because whoever is looking at that photo can find a different reason why he's smiling. So you can get your own story out of it. And this is the other photo that was in Paris. But the most mind-blowing thing about it is that I managed to be brave, and I managed to give that photo to one of my photography heroes, Joel Majerowicz, which is like, what the fuck moment it was. It seriously was.
Yeah, so I saw the footage of it was amazing, really. Especially when you meet one of your heroes, and and they obviously lived up to your expectations.
I met him the first time. It was the premiere of his movie, and I was brave enough to raise my hand and ask a question in front of the whole cinema, which was already very, very freaking stressful moment. And then again at the Photo London, where I actually gave him my photo. And then another time. So yeah, the dreams do come true. I feel inspired.
Yeah, what the fuck, eh?
Exactly.
And that's the thing with it. You never know who you're going to meet, who, and that gives so much time. Anybody, it doesn't matter what account size they are. I haven't met anybody that hasn't responded to anything and been rude or anything. That's what I love about photographers. They do give their time and their knowledge, basically.
And it's not only about the super famous. And by the way, at the same day where I met Joel, I also met Martin Parr. How lucky can you be? And I got the book from both of them. So that was incredible. But even the London scene of photography is incredible. There is like, wherever you go, Soho, Shoreditch, any time of the day almost, you will meet someone. It's like a big London family, and then there are people coming from around the world, and then you arrange walks and talks, and it's just inspiring, to say at least.
Yeah, very lucky. Yeah, it is very lucky in being in London. It's just so, for such a small city that everyone's close knit. There's a lot of people that come and enjoy it. It's great. Yeah, 100%. Right, brilliant. So, what advice would you give a new photographer?
I'm a beginner myself, so I'm not the best to ask for any advice. But from my experience, no one really listened to anyone's advice, do they? But the patience, just be patient, and definitely patience is not one of my virtues. That's for sure. Don't be hard on yourself, which again is easy to be said, because really the amount of times I actually cried that I messed up the photo and I lost it because the settings were not right. So the craft and the technique, I hope it will come. I truly hope, but it's just about shooting and feeling it and going with the process.
You're definitely not a beginner. Yeah, you know, you're 100% not. I mean, your photography is great. I mean, that's why I wanted you on the podcast, because you know you do great work. You know, you're always out there. That's the thing. You're always giving your time. You're always being a community person. So, yeah, well done.
And the funny thing is that apparently the best photos I ever took were the ones that I didn't think about the settings.
Yeah.
I felt it, I've seen it, and then I shot. But I still would like to crack on the bloody exposure triangle and not to have nightmares about the ISO.
Yeah, well, I stepped on that triangle once. It didn't do much for me. You know, it was just
no. I bought so many books, and the more I was reading, the more frustrated I got.
Yeah, and
so,
no, I think you have to go with your heart. You have to go with your gut. That's the only way forward, I think. Definitely. So, talk about going forward. What have you got coming up? What are you doing? What excitement have you got going on?
So I was invited to take part in the project by the Royal Photographic Society to celebrate women reaching 40% in Parliament. Go, ladies, go!
Yes.
So I'm going to take a portrait of one of the MPs.
Wow.
So any tips on portraits are more than welcome. I'm definitely not ready, but I will. When the time comes, I will be ready, and I'm going to take some ass-kicking portrait. So yes, watch that space. I also have 3 other projects that will eventually happen, which is the hands. I know, boring, but you've never seen the hands by Aggie. Belly buttons. I can't say more at the moment about it, but that's the exhibition I wanted to make since I was 20. That's inspired by my father and his field. And also homeless animals on the streets of London.
Yeah, excellent. Well, now, can't get more varied than that, can you?
It's just the time and the skills, but we'll get there. We will get there.
Absolutely. There's all the time in the world, hopefully. So, you know, that's it. You know, get those and do them right and get them presented and exhibited. Great.
But the biggest aim of mine is to take photos that resonate with people and try to make people feel what I felt at the moment when I took it, to make them stop and think and feel. I think that's what photography is for me.
Yeah. And I think if you do it from the heart and you do it and you like it, then that's going to come forward anyway. You know, that's the way forward.
Can I just add something about the advice for the beginners?
Of course you can.
So when you start in photography and you want to show it to people, obviously the first instance is you use Instagram. And trust me, without Instagram, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't meet all those incredible photographers that inspired me, motivated me, pushed me, whatnot. However, you shouldn't really be stuck on the amount of likes, because that's not relevant to the quality of the photo and the bloody algorithm and whatnot. Because again, that was very, very, very stressful and painful experience when I knew that I took a photo that meant a lot to me and wasn't that bad, and there was no reaction in the world to it. There were times where I wanted to give up, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well done. No, because that's the thing. You need to learn that lesson. You 100%, because you know it's a personal thing. You put a lot of work into it. It's all your heart and soul, and then nobody even sees it sometimes, and that's only because it's an algorithm. It's not anything to do with your work, but it feels personal and it feels hurtful when that happens. 100%. But yeah, good advice. That's perfect. Absolutely brilliant.
And one extra thing that I've got planned, I need to choose. Well, I need to actually take enough good photos to put in my book, because last year I managed to take a third place in one of the competitions, and the prize was a book. But I don't have enough photos for the book yet. So yeah, that's another project.
Brilliant. No, that's a good use, and it's good to do it, not to rush it just for the sake of it. You know, keep that there until you're happy with every single one, and people will appreciate them. Yeah, excellent. Yeah,
Well, thank you so much.
brilliant. Well,
Thank you.
thanks for being here. You know, I love your work. I'm not just saying that. It's and you still think yourself as a beginner, and you're not in any shape or form. You've got to kind of get out of that headspace.
I think it's a safe space in a sense, because when you just tell to people that you are a beginner, then they look at you with this the pink glasses. Oh yeah, she's a beginner. She's still got time. And I rather be a beginner and take good photos than yeah, it's a journey. We'll get there. I hope. I truly hope.
Stuff. Well, thanks for being here. You're an amazing guest, and you take care.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much. Just yeah, thank you, and see you soon.